We're supposed to be live. There we go. Welcome! Welcome one, welcome to all. We have begun the event of the week. This is, in my opinion, the best stream that I do every week because it's a stream that most involves all of you, which is, of course, Sunday Stream Models. That is where we all are right now. We are all part of Sunday Stream Models. We are going to the great expansion of Model Range. But welcome to one, welcome all. I noticed Jorg has spun a bunch of inane stuff into the chat once again about cooking. Thank you, Jorg. It was very helpful. Really helps. Oh yes, I will turn down the music. Apologies, guys. 1 second. I keep on forgetting because of how the notification system works. I keep on presetting everything to the way it was before, which is very unfortunate for everyone. So I do apologize. Where I'm trying to get the audio right when it's normal out the gate, and I forget to rebalance my audio before the stream. But yes, welcome. I've turned it down. I understand. I've turned it down. It's down. I promise. It's down, guys. It's down. It's gone down like the stream. It's going down like the channel. It's going down. It's going down. How is everyone? Is everyone doing all right? Is everyone having a good time? Are we all coming together? Are we all coming together for greatest stream of week? Greatest stream. No stream is as good as this stream. But yeah, it is the big stream of the week, boys. This is the one. It went straight into the toilet. It's actually a bit warmer today, so I'm going to open up my window. Just 1 second, you guys. I'm also dealing with having a higher BTU rate today because I also have an extra doggo here today. We have got Upton here today, don't we, Upton? Upton, come on. So we've got Upton with us today, who both of them are jealously vying for my attention. Now, he's my sister's dog. I take care of him a bunch of the time. Though that is going to end, actually, in a couple weeks, because she is moving to another city. So, Upton will not be able to make his appearances anymore on the channel. Harry's got quite the tan. Yeah, we left him outside. Oh, yeah, like, I love Upton. Upton's a great dog. He's better behaved than my dog. So, yeah, we're just getting, as per usual, we spend the first 15-ish minutes letting people roll into the stream, welcoming us to join us on the biggest stream of the week for this channel, which is, of course, our Sunday stream where we go over everything that you guys have been up to. I really have to stress, if there's anything you want to contribute, now is the time to contribute. Now is the time to join us on the upper hive, or the underhive, rather. I am still quite tired after yesterday. Yesterday was a big level of exhaustion due to being on stream with you guys for 12 hours. It was a great stream. I had a great time, but man, did that have a mental drain on me by the end. But I'm like, must remain conscious. Must continue. See my Reavers last week? I was out to sea. We did see your Reavers last week, and we made comment on them. It was very nice. My washes still need to dry. Boo. Well, we're on stream for a while, Hamish. We're on stream for a while. Who knows? Who knows what could happen between now and then? Put 180C in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm not going to lie, Jorg. Kind of getting annoyed. You may want to consider what you are doing, comrade. You may want to consider what you are doing. Why are you suffering from food withdrawal, Imperial? Are you okay? Are you alright? Greetings to the chat, comrades. And there you go, tuna noodle casserole from scratch. Wow. You've contributed so much to the stream now, Jorg. So much to the stream. It would be a shame if somebody banned you for 300 seconds. It'd be an absolute shame if someone did that and deleted all of those messages. Ah, keto. Okay, yeah, I get you, man. You're trying to make sure that you don't have any of that bad stuff in your system before you begin the keto. I understand. I get it. I haven't banned him. There's no need for justice. There's no need for justice, Hamish. There's no need for justice because it's not coming any way. It's not even. He's not even going to get that justice. Isn't that right? Isn't that awesome, guys? We have over 20 people here in the chat. Thank you everybody for being here today. But do you know what that means? You all know what that means, don't you? You all know what that means. You know I'm going to have to say it. You're going to force me to say it, aren't you? All of you out there with your depraved eyes and your depraved minds. You want to hear me say it. Well, if you're enjoying your time here on the stream so far, please consider hitting the like button. If you're new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. We are attempting to get to 1,400 subscribers before the end of the month. I know it's a bit high. I know that we may not make it, but if we do make it, to 1,400 this month, then we will do another 12-hour stream in the month of March. That's right, my friends. Oh, what is this? It's Jason Schaefer, everyone. Whalecome, Jason Schaefer. The chat will be read out momentarily, but thank you so much for contributing today.
Hello, I have arrived, or have I?
Oh my god, what if he's not really here? Very awesome, Jagerbomb. Very awesome. I know you were also working on some Sanguinary Guard as well, if I remember correctly. Oh boy. Oh no, Corswain. Corswain is trying to seal the deal. He's trying to get himself destroyed by Chapter Master Valrak. That's what's happening here. McMeister, Whalecome McMeister. Always good to see you. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna let this read out and it's gonna hurt. Somebody's gonna have their feelings hurt. I'm but a figment of your collective imaginations. I don't know how that works. There's the annoyed uppy sound I'm hearing. Thank you for being annoyed with us today, Upton. So as you guys can tell, we have finished the Chaos Knight. It is now in my cabinet in the other room. It won't be making any more appearances, at least for a while, at least until I figure out what I want to do with his decals. I should point out to you guys that the majority of the money that is being donated to the channel is going to be reinvested into the channel. So what this basically means is for our friend Upton. Oh.
Hashtag Minoters Bestzone Softdorn. Hashtag Reclaimer Softdornbad.
I can't comment on that, but I can say that I have a preference for the Minotaurs. But what I was going to say is most of the money that is currently being donated to the channel will be reinvested into the channel. The reason why this is the case is we are going to get a new arm for the camera. So we are going to get something that's more stable, and we are going to. I might even get one that's wall mountable and just mount it to the wall behind to basically give us a better angle for the camera. I also might be looking to upgrade the camera, but I'm a little more hesitant on that front at the moment, at least, because there's other considerations to take into account. If there is a camera upgrade, it likely won't upgrade this one because I actually don't mind this camera and its quality. It's likely to be just for the model cam, but that is something I have to look into. I'd have to look into what changes would have to be made. I would like a better quality camera. The next upgrade will likely be some form of lighting upgrade, but we will have to see. So those are the things that will be reinvested into the channel with the current set of funds for the majority that come in. So I'm just letting you guys know. When those upgrades are going to happen, I suspect will be before April, but I will have to see. So we're going to be upgrading the hobbying space. So just letting you guys know, it's already pretty okay, but I think just the limitations of what I have in terms of the two desk mounts that I use are showing in terms of the quality of how it affects the stream, and I would like to make sure that the part of the fun that we have on stream is a bit better quality for people to want to stick around more when we do hobbying activities. I must be some sort of illusion. I play Adeptus Titanicus, and thus If what the internet says is true, I don't exist. Honestly, man, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who plays Titanicus. Evangelium, whale come back. It has been a while, my friend. And welcome to the biggest and best stream of the week. We got 5 minutes left to let people roll in here. 5 minutes left, my friends, before the beginning of the best stream of the week, which is where we go over all of your guys' models that you are wanting to contribute forward for Sunday stream models, where we talk about what techniques we see, we talk about the models, we talk about the painting techniques. We're never too harsh unless you post something akin to what happened with poor Commissar Yarrick. Commissar Yarrick, the great sufferer of us all. May his sacrifice never be forgotten, for he was consumed by the vile entities of the warp and mutated into a horrendous monster. It's all right, Axe. As I said, like if anyone's in stream right now and wants to contribute more, you are free to contribute up to 6 images for the week for Sunday stream models. Commissar Payne, Gord Rammet Bear. Jagerbomb 2. What don't you believe? You don't believe that Commissar Yarrick went through a life-changing experience at the hands of Axe? Black Templar shoulders are pain. I've painted the strip and the same model 9 times now. I've been reprimed it because I've stripped it so many times. I'll have to throw something into the Discord closer to the end. It's all good, Argo. It's going to be a relatively longish stream. Yarrick is still going for Gag Skull. Gag Skull? Oh, no. No, Jagerbomb. No, what have you done? What have you done? So we'll still give it a few more minutes before we continue on our glorious path towards the beginning of Sunday stream models. Remember, if you're enjoying your time here, boys, if you're enjoying your time here, likes help. Likes help every time. Likes help every time. If you're not enjoying your time here, I demand that you stay here until you enjoy your time here. It is mandatory fun time. It is mandatory enjoyment. I insist. I ruined everything. When did I do that? I mean, I don't doubt that I did it, but I just like to have a little bit more of a specific timeline. Also, a big thanks to Imperial Marine in terms of his additions of additional emojis to the channel. He's been doing great work on that front, and thank you very much for doing it. Yeah, Thomas, this is your first stream models? Whalecome. Whalecome, my friend. This is the big stream of the week, my friend. This is it. This is where we get, where things get real. I was about to say another word, but I'm trying not to get us hit in the YouTube algorithm. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my part to fight Algaroth. Are you doing yours? Oh, okay, Thomas. Yeah, this is the stream of the week, man. And this is my favorite time we have on the channel. I kid you not when I say that. I really sincerely mean it. I really love this part. We get to go over everything that people have been contributing, everything that they've been working on. I have an immense amount of love for what happens in this regard. So, yeah, I'm super down. I'm super down whenever it comes to this stuff. I think it's just amazing. Oh, I got tagged. Oh, that's Upton, guys. We've got a guest here today. I don't know how many times you'll see him before he moves to another city, but he is my sister's dog. I used to take care of him a lot more, but her situation's become a lot more stable. Him not being here is actually the reason why we got Aries, because I took care of this guy for 2 years. For 2 years, he was here almost every day, most of the time. He loves me more than anyone else. He's my buddy. He's my big buddy. He's good friends with Aries, who loves him to death. This is Upton. He's an absolutely wonderful dog. He's a full-blooded Formosan. We actually thought Ares was a Formosan. It turns out he's not, but they're still huge friends. And no, Uppy is a great dog. Oh boy. You can see that Ares gets a little bit jealous. Ares gets a little bit jealous whenever he's over. Yeah, Ares is going to be mad the rest of the stream now. He's been mad all day whenever because Uppy just wants my attention. He really does. He'll ignore everyone else to come see me, even his own parent, his own parents. He will turn them down for an opportunity to hang out with the big red bear. So he is an awesome dog. I just love him. I love him to death. I'm going to miss him for not being here as much, but, that's just the way it is. Life goes on, right? Life finds a way. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the big stream yesterday. For those of you who were able to join us, we had a lot of people on stream the whole time. It's the biggest video I've done in terms of consistent viewer count. So yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, man, that's when the dog wars began for the right to sit on the bear throne. Let the throne of the bear be what we decide. Hey, what are you doing? What are you guys doing back there? I can hear them fighting still. It's terrible. The brothers should not fight other brothers. Brothers should come together. Brothers should be better than this. Instead, they kill one another for the affection of another. It's terrible. Can you guys hear them? It's hilarious. But no, I love both of them. They hang out all the time. They go for walks. Like tonight, they'll be going on a big walk together, probably for a big hour. Once it becomes nightfall, I always tend to take my dogs out at night. My new phone case should be here soon as well, so that's very exciting. 3 minutes, T-minus 3 minutes before we get started here, boys. T-minus 3 minutes. Oh, we've got a lot of submissions today coming in at the last minute, but that's good. I like it. I like it a lot too. Let's see here. We are going to get started, boys. Thank you very much, Hugh. I appreciate your kind words. Many people would argue to the contrary, but they would all be wrong. Wish me luck, boys. My toilet flang broke, and I'm currently fixing it while listening to the battling the fumes of Nurgle. Ooh, that's a horrible venture to go through, my friend. That's a horrible venture to go through. At least no one left you with an upper decker. For the record, that is one of the most vile things anyone can do to a toilet, but it is also one of the funniest things someone could ever do to a toilet. Where you just take off the top of the toilet and you drop a deuce right on the top. Oh man, I've noticed today from the significantly less amount of stress that I've been under, thanks in large part to you guys, funnily enough. I have actually lost a bit of weight. I've lost some of my stress weight. So I expect more of that to happen. Of course, I'm eating a bit better and I'm also exercising, but I feel healthier, which is great. Yeah, guys, it's good. It's good. I actually wake up every day feeling pretty good about myself. It's crazy. I still would like, of course. Oh wow, there's a big contribution from Thomas. And it's from the recent event, isn't it? Oh boy. Praetorians, forward, men, forward. It's awesome. That table looks full of models. That's awesome. Going to do some drastic reaching this Friday. Gonna cut all the unhealthy foods for 2 months before starting keto. A lot of people in this chat seem to be starting keto. I don't have any intention of starting a keto diet, but no, the quality of my diet is improved because I'm eating at home more. Before, when I went to the office or I needed a quick bite to eat during the middle of a workday, I couldn't just sit down and cook, so I had to like drive out to go grab something, and it's never good for you. Even when you get something like a sandwich or whatever, it's still not good for you like you were eating it at home. So much less stress, more exercise, you know, just overall a better situation as a whole. I found, you know, the crazy, like the fastest way I ever lost weight before, just before we get started, I'll state this, that the fastest way I lost weight before was I actually, I stopped drinking pop for a year and I dropped 70 pounds in a year. So I've already reduced the amount of pop I'm drinking. I used to drink way more pop than I do now. Now I actually only drink pop on stream, which is only to keep me alive and awake. But one of these days, this too will fade in terms of habits, and I expect that to also help with reducing my weight. Pop is also known as soda. Yes, in up here in Canada, eh? Sometimes up here in Canada, you go out there, you have yourself a good old pop, eh? So in Canada, it is commonly called pop. It is also the same thing in some parts of the central United States. The other term, of course, for it is soda or soda pop. But for me, my big vice is pop. So, yeah. Delicious. All right. So, we are going to be getting over to the stream models. We have hit the time. The time has come. The time has begun. And we are starting with an incredible series of models. From our good friend, Vulcan Lives, which is an amazing diorama piece that he has put together, that we are going to be putting up for all to see. One by one, they will see it all. I absolutely love this series, by the way. Like, these models, I think this is awesome. I actually might steal this idea. Sorry, man. I might steal the idea, but we'll have to see. I'd have to make it a noteworthy unit that I could meaningfully justify it being. So I'm gonna pull things over for everybody to see in just a moment. I'm just popping open a few more windows so there's less less need for us to constantly jump between windows all the time. So there we go. So we've got all the way through to Axis stuff here. I think we have all of it. All right. So now, let us begin. So the first thing on screen, as you guys will see here, is in fact a gun emplacement for Krieg. Look at this. Look at this. This is absolutely brilliant. I love this piece. Look at this piece. So, I don't know what green he used as the base, but he's actually also gone through, he's marred it up, he's oiled it up, he's weathered it a little bit. Likely through a dry brush, I'm thinking. But he went through, he's basically made this look like $1,000,000. This is a large, if I dare ask, Vulcan. Okay, so I was about to say, it's like, is the Pat gun I'm guessing it's a 132 scale? Is it 132? Or is it bigger? But either way, it's a giant gun that he's put together for this, which is absolutely awesome. And basically, these guys are from an entrenched position preparing to fire. Yep, preparing to fire on an enemy target. He's got this guy giving the sights on an elevated box position. He's got the walls all dug in together, which is awesome. 1/35th scale. Okay, yeah. He's got them all ready to go. They've sighted in. They're ready to fire. I love this. I love this. This is a great scene. A view of the main guy basically sitting there giving the coordinates, preparing his team to fire. He's got mud all through there. He's got the clothes all highlighted. It's a little bit of a grainy picture on the in-depth part of this, but it is still there. Every component of the model is painted. The mask, of course, is all painted as well. I do notice is one criticism, and it's only a small one, as you know. I think the hose is the same color as the uniform. I'm not sure that would be the case, but it's neither here nor there. It's still an amazing-looking model. I really have to stress I love this thing. What you've put together here is absolutely stunning. Yeah, you can see the scratches on the top of the helmets where the edges would be, so basically wearing them through there. Very smart, very nice. They're all basically ready to go, firing this giant gun. Oh, look at this guy. Getting ready to throw the next round in the breach. Oh yeah, and he's basically good to go. Looks, even though he's getting ready to fire, it looks like he's about to give a thumbs up, like, yeah, brother! Sturman's in T-34 is sweating heavily. It's even bigger than before. You can smell the trench foot. Absolutely. Having a good old pile of trench foot for everybody. And then, of course, he's also got his Chimera here, which is also well done, well painted. He's used similar weathering techniques. He's browned it all through here to show off the mud effect. He's put mud all over the treads. You can see the extra scrapes along the top of the armor. Did you paint this with a with sponges, or did you paint this with an airbrush, if I dare ask, Vulcan? Just to make sure. I have not heard of that person, Jagerbomb II. Oh yeah, I love the tracks on the turret too. Yeah, that's awesome. Replacement tracks ready to go. Yeah, airbrush, thought so. Yeah, that looks really nice, man. I really dig it. Next in line, we have from Imperial Marine himself. The very large and in charge Chaplain. Was this the special edition Chaplain, if I dare ask, Imperial? Was this the special edition one? Well, we're getting deep into this one. He looks so crazy. He looks so crazy in his eyes, like... I just love it. But it looks very nice. I like it. With the deep in view shot, the only criticism I might have, because you can see you've done edge highlighting, it also makes a lot of sense to edge highlight black. Black is really hard to dry brush, at least and make it look good. The gold does look a little bit thick, but outside of that, I can see you've highlighted all the gold in the right places. You've got your black highlights here. We've got purple-based stamps on him for his purity seals. We've got the Crozius. I like what you did with the Crozius. Looks like he's a very happy boy. And then we've got, of course, the skull. The Imperial symbol in the skull doesn't quite show through. It looks like he's got a hole in his head, but that's still fine. Like when you're further away, you don't notice it, which is where most of these models are most of the time. You can see, the same type of things on stuff I paint too. However, the one thing, Imperial Marine, it's a Stormbolter. My God, man. It's supposed to have 2 barrels, not one enormous barrel. He's basically got a 50mm cannon for a gun. Every time he fires, even in Terminator armor, he fumbles. He's like, oh God, no! Just falls over. It's great. Drilling mistake. That's all fine, man. I still think it's just I love the look. He points out this enormous cannon for his left arm. It's like, my God. What is he going to do? It's like he shoots, he falls over. It'd be awesome. But no, he does look good, man. I like it. I dig it. There is one thing you might want to consider doing as well, which is you actually may want to consider pin washing between the gold and the red. And I think that would also, and even between the green and the red, and I think that would enhance the red a little bit. But it does look good. I do like this model. Very well done. Now we're over to ads. Sorry, no, to ads. Is ads in the chat today? Do we have an ads in here? Oh no! Ads is not in the chat. Well, ads has got 2 contributions for us today. The first one being his Inquisitorial Henchman here, who looks fantastic. I absolutely love the way this robe comes through. Ads is incredible when it comes to his clothing. So when Ads does clothing, he always does a remarkable job. He really does, especially on flesh tones as well. Look at the skin job he's done on this guy too, in terms of the face, the eye, the everything leading up to it. Because this guy doesn't have a lot of like solid armor, all of his best really comes out on this model. So I really have to point out, I really love this model. He's done a spectacular job. Yeah, it looks good across the board. The only thing, because remember, we don't give everybody a free pass. Not even myself, even when I post models, is I believe there's just a bit too much shading in between some of the folds of the robe and of the cloth, or of the script. But even then, this is a stunning model. So he's done a really superb job, like a really superb job with this one. So I'm a huge advocate and fan of this one. Thank you very much. I don't know if Ads is able to hear us, but thank you very much for contributing this. It looks amazing. Oh yeah, and it keeps on going, because he's got his Sisters of Battle as well. Yeah, Ads is very good with his blending. He's very good with his manual edge highlighting. He's extraordinarily talented at that. It is amazing. I agree. I'm going to let him know everyone thinks his stuff's amazing today in chat. So I let him know. I gave him the big everyone point, saying, yeah, people are digging it. It's a great banner. He did a good job on the banner again. Colors are nice and solid. You can see he's actually got that thicker line in between. That's what you want. That's what you want. A little bit of mist there, but that's still fine. That's what you want, because it adds that definition. It adds definition to the entire banner, and it adds definition to the wings. So that is excellent. He's got everything through there in the robe. At the bottom of the robe, it's a little dark, but, you know, again, it's still absolutely fantastic. The sword is pretty good too. I would say that he does a good job on the face, does a good job on the helmet, did good on the armor. This model actually, thankfully, doesn't have that much armor showing. Needs skill for a very thinned, needs skilled use. Yeah, he's very great at thinning out his paints and doing everything the right way. The only small thing I will say, because again, no matter how nice it is, we always have to say one thing. I think the power sword's a little dull near the end, but it is a fantastic model overall. Shading is overall 90% amazing. Just a few small areas where there's a bit too much shade in, but it's still absolutely great. And I have to point out, on the banner itself, what he does around the wings sells the banner. It actually improves the overall quality of the banner, and he does it in each area. That's the power of pin washing, my friends. This is what I've been telling people about a lot on stream. It's the pin washes, dude. It's all about the pin washes. One second here. Sorry guys, 1 second. Just have to quickly send something. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I had to send something there real quick. You'll have to forgive me. So, Imperial, what pin washing is you've seen me doing it, is on your armor plates, when you have, or on any fabric color, when you have two colors meeting, what pin washing is it's taking a wash or it's taking an ink, or it's taking a paint color that will be a hard point between the two, and basically lining in between them without going over everything necessarily. In some cases, when you're washing a set of armor, you can also deliberately overwash over the sides. So you basically have that crevice blocked in with another color. It's blocked in with a black, it's blocked in with a darker version of the color it's supposed to go over top. It's blocked in deliberately to give the idea of depth to the eye. So like, I'll use an example here if I've got a good one. Hold on. What I will do here is, I think I can do that on my Chaos Knight, which I've used, for the Chaos Knight I used for the thumbnail of this video. You will see, particularly here, that small line there. Now it's much easier to see in person. It's deliberately overwashed all through there to basically add a line of depth that separates the red from the gold, but still has a meaningful color between the two of them. And what this allows it to do is it adds depth to the overall armor plate. I did the same thing in several other areas. You can see it here on the mask too. You can see that it's deliberately washed and pin washed all in there. Oh, I gotta fix that one part. Boo! But anyway, it's pin washed all through there. You see? That is what pin washing is. You're basically just going in and around. You can also say that, you know, it was pin washed in between here and in those cavities there, where you're not washing the whole model. You're deliberately targeting where your washes are going, and typically into areas that are recessed. It's also called recess shading too, but you can use the term recess shading, pin washing, things like that. They're very similar and very samey techniques. Yeah, you can interchange those two if you like. But yes, there we go. Next on the list. There are many things on the list for us here. Alright, so now we are over to Memo. Memo, I don't know if he's with us today, but... Get some edge highlighting, you heathen. How dare you, sir? How dare you? How very dare you? So we're going to be going through here, guys. We're going to be going through here for a bunch of other models that we're all going to go over. As I said, this is the stream of the week. So, now we go over to our friend Memo. So, first things first, we're going to go over all of the parts I really like about this. Very solid colors. So the colors are very solid. They're very distinct from one another. There's not a lot of... There's almost no spillage. It's very clean in that respect. Very nice. Now, you can see he's got a bit of recess shading and pin washing there. I stopped pin washing in favor of enamels and oils because I was losing my mind. No, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. I myself am the opposite. I don't really like using oils or enamels personally, but you can see here. Very, very nice. Now, here's the part that is the criticism, of course, because we talk about the good, the bad, etc. We'll also finish off the good. He's done really great work on these scripts. Scripts are very nice. I also really love this Inquisitorial symbol. This looks really good. So, I don't know how he's done it, but there's, for whatever reason, whenever he does a metal, there's that spaced pigment in the metal, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And though these models look great, it's a very weird effect. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Hey man, I go over everything about the models. As I said, I'm very charitable. I like most of everything guys put up. I like to see progress in what people are doing. I like to see how people apply their techniques and where their strong suits are and where their strong suits aren't. As I said myself, I'm not a perfect painter either. I make mistakes. Like even on stream here, I'm like, oh, I see the mistake. Oh, I gotta fix it. So like, you know, it's in no way am I a perfect painter. But I've done this long enough that I can see most of the techniques utilized. I like to talk about them in terms of what the benefits of them are, how this person, I think, got away with it, and what they're doing on it. I think those are all good things. Yeah, it looks like it might be stippled. And again, overall, the model does look very nice. The one thing though that does drive me a bit crazy is the separated pigment. It's just a really weird effect that it has on it. Makes the whole thing look almost grainy. Now that's not a bad thing. Again, it might even be the look he's going for. It's the one part of his Iron Warriors and of his sisters where I just kind of sit there and I'm like, because like you can see most of the colors are very solid, and again he does a great job separating the colors. So there's not much overlap between all of them. It's a very nice job. It's very well done. It's just, that's the one part I don't fully get personally. But, you know, again, it looks very nice, man. It looks very nice. We're going to go over another model here, another angle. Same thing, again, clean colors, nice separations. He's got a bit of highlighting in there. Transfers went on well. This looks very nice here. There we go. I like the face where she's bleeding out of the one side. That looks very nice. Might need a little bit of washing in on the left side of the cheek there, but that's fine. I like this model. Maybe a little bit of depth, but in between there too. But overall, she looks very good. Now we're on to the Chaplain. This guy looks very nice. Again, very solid colors. Maybe a little bit of touch-up work. Even just shading in between there. The coat looks great. The coat looks great. He's done a fantastic job on the worn leather of the coat. I really like the coat. Chaplain Kyvan. Yeah, man, that coat is awesome. I really dig this coat. Very nice Chaplain for the Salamanders. I concur with you, Evangelium. For those of you enjoying your time here today, please consider leaving a like on the stream. It does help the channel. It helps the channel out, boys. Does the good things. Does the good stuff. Whoever this, please tell them the Vibrant Green was achieved. Yes, this is Memo. Memo is our local Iron Warrior. So I don't know if he's on stream with us right now, but it is very nice. Memo does quality work. He's also the one who's doing the sisters before this. Very nice. It's the beautiful brown. Well, I think I've got some other angled shots on here where I can actually elucidate a bit more about how he got the brown done. So, you can see some patches in here. This is mostly done through a wash, but it's also done through several layers of a lighter brown. I don't know what brown he used as the base, but I suspect that he did this technique where he painted it, and then washed it, basically to give these alternating color paths through the leather, so it's been worn over time. That would be my suspicion. There's also, and you know what? Never say that there's no bad pet techniques. But my favorite way of painting a leather is through Privateer Press. This is my favorite way of painting leather, and I'm going to post this in the chat right now. So this is my personal opinion. Now, you can take any colors that are similar to these and apply this technique. This is how I painted one of my Necromunda gang leaders' coats, and I will be emulating this paint technique when I do my Platean Scion Commander, because basically anytime I have to paint a leather effect that is large and I want it to look very worn and it's central to the model, I always go for something like this. It is one of my favorite techniques for getting an incredibly good leather on there. It's from Privateer Press, which again is a competitor of Games Workshop. They've had a bit of struggle over the last while, but this is an incredible tutorial. I cannot stress enough. Frog! No, you can't get an autograph from me, Frog. I'm too exclusive. So if you're wondering how I would paint browns like that over a large area, like that coat, it would be through something like this. I do recommend it. I've posted it in chat for people to follow. I would recommend favoriting that video and trying it for yourselves. I've used this technique before. Very nice. Very nice. And again, it's almost similar in some respects to how... Oh yeah, they haven't made any recently. This was made in 2018. I don't think they've made any recently anyway. But I'll also post it in general. So I especially recommend this on mainstream attire. This is a bit too much to do on like just a handle or whatever. But if you're wondering about doing something very fantastic for a guy wearing a leather coat or large amounts of leather, follow this technique and you will not be displeased. The same thing holds, and I suspect that a form, no, not exactly the same. I want to point out it is different, but you will find that some of the techniques that would have been used on this brown to get this type of worn patched effect would be the same. So that is very good. No. Thank you, Wolfram. About Privateer Press's paints, they're all right. They're basically the old GW paints. They basically emulated their old paint colors almost to a T, but they do last a hell of a long time. Now we have the Leviathan Dreadnought. So we're going to talk about everything on here. You can see you recess shaded all through here. Very good. Golden points. I don't think he washed around those points though, so that's a point of it could be better on that front. It could be better, Memo. Why do you do this, Memo? It looks good, but just the one point you might want to wash around the actual points there. You can see here that of course that he's gone through and he's painted every detail. I like the skull here. I actually might recommend a bit of a dry brush on the skull though, just to bring that up, just getting a bit of a lighter bone color. I really like the guns. As you guys know, I love a good bronze. I love a good bronze, and the bronze here is very nice, very well done. The legs all recess shaded, looks good. The color is a bit flat, and I don't see that as a criticism, but I mean it's not a gradial highlight, but that's fine. You can see that he's gone through, he's manually painted the flames here. 2 levels of color, 3 levels of color actually. I'm only noticing that now. Yellow, orange, and red. Overall, I like it, man. I like it very much. I like it. Now we've got another one from Ads. Ads has an additional contribution. So, this guy here is the sniper. Oh, I know, everyone. If I'm not looking, it's just because I'm bringing up the next pictures that will be coming next. So, when we go over the sniper here, it's almost very Tron. You notice that? He's done a lot of highlightings across the board. So, I actually, just to be clear, I like this model, but I actually like his sister's model more and the Inquisitor more. I do think that those models come out a little bit better, and I can explain why. Because it looks like there's just too much shading in the face area on this one, but it's very artistic and stylized. So it's very nice. He actually does an incredible job on the hair. If you actually look up here on the hair, the shade's all through there, but the hair on top, he's manually gone through and highlighted the brighter levels of the blonde, so you can see the streaks far better. So that he's done a very, very good job on the hair. It's a little thick on the wash, even on the skin. Normally he's very good at getting around that, but in this case, it's that extra level of heavy. Again, he's highlighted everything superbly. It is black armor. Black armor is not always the easiest to do. The cloak, he's done like a camo pattern a little bit in the cloak along with the folds, but again, it's a little bit heavy on the recess shade. It's just like, and yeah, it looks very cell shaded. Would be the way I'd describe it. It still looks good. This is still a really nice model. This is still a quality model. I just should point out that the other 2 models that he provided to us on stream, I think they do look a bit better than this guy, but this guy is still a fantastic model and a fantastic piece. So now we are on to Rudy. Is Rudy here today with us? Has Rudy survived long enough to make it here? Is there even such a thing as Rudy? Who knows? I certainly don't. But Rudy has offered us an incredible contribution for his time here today. It is very, very nice. So I want to point out, I believe this is another Marine from his squad. The picture seems clearer than last time. The paint seems less thick. This is important. And the shoulder paint is still a bit thick, but it's not as bad. And I was just about to get to that, Mr. Scream. This helmet looks great. I love this helmet. He's done a great job. If there's one thing I could say you could add, it would be to dot or line the middle. the brighter blue just to make that pop. But this helmet is really nice. You can see definite improvements on the gold. Evening all, happy Sunday. Hope you're having a great stream. Thank you very much, Thomas. I am having a great stream. The white helmet is really nice. I actually agree. I completely agree. I think this is the show stealer on this particular model. Absolutely. Nice mixture of colors. He should paint the undersuit. You can see that the undersuit hasn't been painted. It's very easy to get in there with some gray sear and then contrast it with black, and it would definitely make it pop better. He's painted the Aquila specifically. I think this is a new model, and I think the paint is a bit better this time in terms of it's smoother. It's not as thick, except for on the shoulders. The shoulders, it is still thick, dog. That shoulder's thick, yo. But I really like the helmet. I think the body's seeing a definite improvement as well. Yeah, dude, we're going up in the world, man. Going up in the world. This train goes in one direction, up. People are like, trains don't go up. Shut up. That's where this train's going. Hi, Uppy. What do you want, buddy? Are you okay? What is it? What do you guys want? What? 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 What is it? What do you want? No. No. Sorry, guys. You were there for the end of it, Jenkins. I remember you actually made reference to the fact of how drunk you were the last half an hour of the stream. Just to let everyone know, on the 12-hour stream yesterday, I may have died a little inside. What a stream! What a fantastic stream! Look at those tails. Yeah, they're happy, but they want stuff from me, so they can go away. We got the stream to do today, boys. We have 38 concurrent viewers in here at the moment, guys. I just want to point out, thank you so much for your support here today. And if you're enjoying your time here, please consider hitting the like button. It does help the channel. We are in the midst of a desperate struggle against Algaroth. Hold on a second here. There we go. There we go. You guys, I've solved the era problem. I've solved the era problem. Oh yeah, dude. Like, I'm still tired today. It's going to take a day or two to recover from it. I was going to start editing, going back to editing the Warhammer Plus video today, but I'm like, nah, man, I'm just bombed. So it's going to be, I'm probably going to get back to work on it tomorrow. I intend to spend a big chunk of tomorrow morning and afternoon on it. Today I am going to relax more after the stream is done because, like, man... One thing I have decided to do, because as I've pointed out, I don't really have time to play many games much anymore. I am going to be running a game stream after this stream is done, probably playing Cyberpunk again. So if you enjoyed sitting down and watching Cyberpunk with me last time, where we go on a magical adventure, slowly silencing everyone that we come across, feel free to join me. So yes, just to go over this guy, I like it. I definitely see the improvement. Either that or the camera quality has improved. But in either case, it is a great addition. Thank you very much to Rudy. Rudy has given a valuable contribution. We have some exciting models coming up too, boys. We have some exciting models coming up too. Oh boy. I swear to God, Uppy, I'm gonna not be happy if you keep on whining. I love you very much, buddy, but this whining needs to stop. Stop whining! Have a good one, Hugh. Brogue is a bad man for making fun of my cyberpunk. I don't much like that there Frog feller coming out there making fun of that there cyberpunk. I tell you what. Hey, welcome, Siri. Welcome. We're just going through. We're showing the work that people have been putting in, and some of this stuff is absolutely stunning. So. This is from our friend Imperial Marine. Imperial Marine, who is one of the moderators on our Discord, and is an absolute Chad bro when it comes to his Chaos Knights. He has a much more substantial Chaos Knight collection than I have, which, should tell you that I'm a jealous and vengeful man. Just kidding. This does look really good, though. I really need to point out this is a fantastic piece. So just 1 second here. They still sell the Chaos Knight on Forge World, as far as I know. This is a really nice set. It looks much more possessed. I've been doing Chaos Knight since 2017. Yeah, exactly. So he's got a much more substantial collection than I have. But I really dig this thing. I love the head on. I love the reds. I'm presuming this is his core knight. Yes, it is. It looks very solid. I definitely dig it. It looks very, very good. You can see. Let's see if we can get see what the next picture looks like. Ah, there we go. You can see what he's done with the metals. He's done a little bit of recession. There's a little bit of touch-up work around the golds, but you know I run into that too. But overall, it looks just devastatingly handsome, we'll say. It's a handsome devil. Oh boy! You're off to an airport run. Thank you very much, Thomas. Sincerely, I appreciate it, sir. And we will catch you next time. But thank you very much, honestly. Thank you, everyone, so far for your support on the channel. Whether you're just here to watch or more so, of course, if you're super chatting.
Have a great stream, gents. I'm off on an airport run. Some great looking models. Well done to everyone. Keep
yeah, like this is
popping.
Yeah, guys. Remember, if you're enjoying your time here, also and you're new here, please subscribe. We're always happy to have new applicants coming in for adding stuff to stream models, or if you just want to be here to hang out, boys. I've also added another link to our Discord here at this time. I kid you not, though, we are always happy to have new people on board. It's always very exciting. Very exciting indeed. Oh, yeah, dude, this is a great looking knight. I really like what he did with the fist, too. We still haven't gotten it yet, Le Bignon, but hopefully that will be sorted out soon. Oh, Siri Esko is going off to fight the good fight with his custodes. I think we're only, we're actually only a little bit away from your ones, but yeah, dude, it's going to be great. I look forward to seeing your models on stream, and I hope that they perform for you very well tonight. Why does Tuppy hate your Chaos Knights, Imperial Marine? You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me why Tuppy hates them, because that seems like an unfair thing to do, because I think these look really good. Uppy! No! 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 Go on! No! Go on! I know you're bored, but go! Go on! Go on! I'm gonna shut the door on you. You don't want that. I know you're bored, but I have to do this, buddy. Okay. Let's come here. Come here. No, come on. There, is that better for you for a second? Is that better? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey? Oh, man, and he's going to be disappointed when he finds out that I have a bunch of Chaos Knights. Huh? Huh? You need to stop being a big pain. You're a big piggy. I've heard about you being a big piggy at your home, too. Huh? Being a big pig. Being an absolute hound for attention. It's not being a good boy. So you're going to go down. There. Now go. Go on. I think we're going to have to shut the door. Nope. Sorry, guys. What can you do? It's not even that, man. It's just I can't have them doing it. They want things, and I can't give them what they want. Where's Ares the better dog? They're both locked out, man. That's where they are. They are locked out of the stream. They have done this to themselves. Ah, Tech Marine. Whose Tech Marine is this? This is Funi534. He has provided a Tech Marine on stream for us to look at. So, solid colors, follows the canonical color scheme, looks very nice in that respect. The only thing I might tell you, my friend, is it is a bit thick on the paint. You've applied... I would recommend thinning the paints. I think that this looks fairly nice. You've done a lot of highlighting even. It's very subtle. I love subtle highlights. But the one thing I gotta tell you is thin your pants. Thin your pants. Thin your paints. Thin them. Thin them, my man. Because it still looks like a good model, but when you thin your paints, you will have better results. So keep up the good work. Keep fighting the good fight. I also really like what you did with the axe. The axe is the highlight of this miniature, in my opinion. I like it. Very solid line there. But thin your pants. Thin your pants! But I've just got to let you know, you really should thin your paints. Thinning your paints is always the right idea. Well, lots of people talking about my Eldritch Omens video. I didn't expect so many people to start commenting on it. Just give me a second here. I guess after this disastrous weekend launch for Eldritch Omens, people are interested in seeing why it's a bad idea. Baron treats I feel like Chaos Space Marines wanting 2 wounds. He shuts the door. Yeah, dude. You gotta shut that shit down early. So now we move on. This is the lion, I suspect, my friends. I think this is from Pizza Prophet. Pizza Prophet. So Pizza Prophet has a rather extensive collection of Horus Heresy models. He's a good gentleman from Australia. He does a great job with his paintwork. You can actually see the really nice subtle dry brush that he's gone through on the base. He's done a good job on the Night Lords, especially look at that face. That face, even though it's a dead man, he's done all the right shading, even independently shaded and colored in the eye on a dead man, which is always nice. So he really does put the time in when it comes to his bases. Very nice. Now we get to the main course, where we have, of course, one of the best Primarch models produced by Forge World. You can see it there. His poor bank account. I suspect that there's a way to get models in Australia, and there's a reason why Horus Heresy is so popular in Australia. And I've got a suspicion, mate. I've got a suspicion. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I think I might be able to tell you that I think that instead of coming from England, a lot of these models, right, might be coming from China. So, it is a great model. He's done a great job here. Love the sword, love the golds, pin washed everything / recess shaded it all. He's done a good job on the black. The helmet seems to be actually a little bit of a letdown compared to the rest, but he's done a good job there. There's a poor Night Lord here about to just get it. A little bit of a thick paint job on the shoulder, but it's hard to tell if that's the resin or that's the paint. But everything else is very smooth, very nice. Yeah. He's just coming through there like the Chad Brodius Maximus that he is. The wings on the helmet are a bit better, though, especially from this angle. He's done a good job on the interiors of the backpack. You sound like you're from Minnesota with a slight Australian accent. Oh, thank you, sir. No, that's just me putting on a joke accent. No, normally, if you're gonna sound like an Australian, you can tune yourself to sound a little bit of a different way. You can sound like you're a little bit more of a professional from one of the coast cities, or you can sound like you're from down under. Like, you can do either or. I've known a bunch of them. I can emulate it. I can emulate it because of my own background. I am a New Zealander. I actually was planning on going back last year. I might be going back this year. We'll see. For at least a visit. This is a real treat. We don't get many of these guys on stream. Jenkins, he was here earlier. Now, remember, I love a good bronze. And Jenkins has done a fantastic bronze on his Thousand Suns. I also like the really chaotic swirl of the blues. Being born brought me to BC, Aaron. I'm a dual citizen. I've been in New Zealand before, but it's been a long time since I've been there. There is and was a substantial community of Australians and New Zealanders who came here in the 80s due to a lack of work in those countries. So lots of tradespeople came up here. I grew up around them. Very very smart, very talented people. But indeed we do. Look at this, boys. So he's done a very solid yellow for the most part. There is a little bit of a touch-up. He's got to do a touch-up. You can see the touch-up. I found one of my own touch-ups on stream too, which was really sad. So he's got a few areas he still needs to color in, but overall the model looks very nice. I think this might be a bit of a work in progress, so I would like to see where he goes with it. But as always, he does beautiful gold. He just does beautiful gold. I love the gold he does on these models. The bronzy gold that he applies to all of them. I think it looks just fantastic. He's done the OSL effect with the eyes, but the real thing that draws my attention is the gold. I love gold! I do think it looks great, though. Thank you very much for adding this today, Jenkins. If you're still here at the moment, know that I would like to see where you can take this guy once you've got a few of those things touched in there. And I really do say, man, I recommend doing a recess shade. Check out how to do it, and you will be happy with the results, especially on the legs. Ghost of Caliban, Whalecome, Ghost of Caliban. We appreciate you being here with us today. So just give me 1 second here, guys. Just getting messages. Why messages? Why would you do this? So there we go. We're back in action, boys. We are back. It's like we never left. They're getting mad out there. Bloody dogs. So we have got from J-Train. J-Train is in the chat with us today, I'm pretty sure. And he applied this earlier. Definitely a big fan. So, what do I like about this? He's done a great yellow and black stripe. The yellow on this looks very solid, which is hard to do with a dark undercoat, which you can tell that he has done. Everything's very clean and grimdark. That is not always something that you hear in the same sentence. So he's done clean and grimdark. Overall, I really like what he's done here. This looks very nice. He's got the guys on there just blazing ahead. He's done a big built-up base. Which is very nicely done. I suspect he used cork as the base, if I'm not mistaken. Is that a cork base, J-Train? J-Train, did you cork that base? Did you just give it that? Did you just cork the shit out of it? Is that what happened there? But yeah, it looks great. I love the yellow and black stripes. Looks like a subtle dry brush and washing to get the metal up to the point where it is, which is fine. Yep, it's cork. The only thing I would say is some of the optics that he's used, he could go through and he could do a bit of a brighter highlight on the interior of the optics. But it's overall very nice. It's very nice. I like it. Yep. Cork plus gravel dirt. Yep. Then we've got... we're over to Jagerbomb. It's the Jagerbomb. So it's a bit bright in terms of the conditions he took the picture with on these guys. It's the same thing I've said about all the bases. I would like to see a little bit more detail of attention put there. Maybe he's put down some Agrax Air Shade over top of it to really bring out... because he's using a basing material from Games Workshop. But it's not going in the duffel bag of destruction. Get out of here, Coleman. So... he's done a very nice job on the gold, especially comparatively to before. Sanguinary Guard might be the second best unit in the Blood Angels range. Yeah, they're very nice. He's done a good job on the wings. These guys are Blood Angels, Aaron. So yeah, you can see it's all shaded in there. He's definitely improved on his shading. He's gone through, he's painted the undersuit, which is very nice. Oh, that's just me showing up. I'm like, how dare you, Coleman? The axes are a solid color. He's yet to learn how to... Who's talking crap, Coleman? I begin looking over at Jagerbomb's model, and Coleman comes in here. It's like, it's the duffel bag of destruction, baby! I'm like, what is this? Why would you declare that you want Jagerbomb stuff in the duffel bag? What has Jagerbomb done to deserve this heinous amount of torment? Why? Why do you hate this man? So, but yeah, like again, his regular metals, so his bolt gun metals as they usually come through very bright, and I'm not sure if it's the lighting or it's just the way he's applying them. The eyes look good, so I can see improvements on these guys from when he first started showing us his models, even a couple weeks ago. Jokes don't fight. It's all right, Coleman. I understand if you don't like Jagerbomb's models, but I mean, I just thought there's a more tactful way to be like that. To be like that, Coleman. I mean, it's okay, man. It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. So, we can see the more up-close shot of them here. No drilled barrel. Boo! You guys, hold on. Jagerbomb, I love you, buddy, and you've done such a better job improving these models since you came on to stream. I've seen huge strides, but you know what's going to happen to you right now, Jagerbomb? Jagerbomb, you can't get away with these types of crimes. I feel like Jesse from Baking Bad was like, you can't keep getting away with this. So I'm gonna have to do this to you, Jaeger. Jaeger, I'm gonna have to do this to you, and I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to do this to you. Everyone, put an F in the chat for Jagerbomb, because Jagerbomb did not drill the barrels on his guns. All of these Blood Angels are effectively dead until they get into melee range. It's desperately sad. So yeah, unfortunately, guys, it's gonna have to be a big ol' F in the chat. You know, it's not what I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But you know what? It's fair is fair. If I notice that undrilled barrel, it is an F in the chat, my friend. It's an F in the chat. Your drill bits are not automatic, not like the weapons that your men possess. Mega F. Yeah. See. For the record, I really love the progress you're making on these models, Jagerbomb. You are making leaps and strides as a painter since you've come on with us. I hope that people like myself or others continue to give you, of course, solid advice, and you will refine your techniques over time. You will. And yeah, I can see it in the abdominal part here. I can see it on the other parts here. You've done a much better job in terms of highlighting, washing, even painting the undersuit portions. There's a bit you missed, but you know what? You'll get through there. You'll find that stuff over time, and you will continue to find new techniques doing it. So yeah, you honestly, very good job, dude. Very good job. Big advancements compared to before. And yeah, I love this guy. I love the death masks on these ones. And again, you've gone through, you've washed everything here. You've pin washed all through these other areas. Maybe a bit of a recess wash needed there. But yeah, big improvement. Big ol' improvement. Now we are on to Parapete. Fun advice for your blood / drop / red gems. Use blood for the blood god. It gives a dark yellow red shine. Dark yet red shine. Good advice from Imperial Marine. So, we now have BB Parapete. Parapete has an incredible looking Eldrad Althran for all of us to see. I really love this gem effect. And I wonder what paint he used for the gem effect, because this is brighter than what I expect the GW gem effect to be. He might just use a different color underneath the green. But let's ask him, just when he gets on later, for him to drop by and to let us all know. Yeah, I'm guessing it's Oh, that's Pete Miller. Okay, so you Stormhost Silver. But what color did you use for the green itself, Peter? I don't use automotive paint on miniatures, Coleman. I've never attempted to do it, so I would not be the right person to ask. But what color of green did you use? It's the Citadel's Gemstone paint. Interesting, because I've used the same paint, and I did not get this level of a bright effect. It was much darker when I used it, so that is interesting. I do notice you still need a bit of touch-up work to do on some of them, but overall, I really like this model. You've done a hell of a job on Eldrad. I really dig this. I know I've used the green before. Yeah, I've used Waystone Green before. I'm just saying when I've used Waystone Green, it's been much, much darker. Much, much darker than this, even over Stormhost Silver. So that's just why I'm curious as to how you got that effect. Yeah, I mean, do you have unlimited access to free models, though, Coleman? That's just what I'm saying. Waystone over Stormhost. No, Peter, I'm aware of that. I'm saying I personally have applied Waystone Green over top of Overtop of Stormhost Silver, and I have not received nearly as nice of an effect. That's why I was asking. But, moving on. Then again, yeah, here we go again. Very nicely done. One small criticism. And see how thick that black paint is, my friend. Look at how thick it is. You can see his agony underneath that helmet. But overall, I really like this model as well. You've done a great job with the robe. Again, great job with the gemstones. I really like the sash. Good job with the yellow. That's no idea. Yeah, weird. So yeah, very good. I very much like it. Very well done. Who dares bring this chaos model to our stream? How dare they? So, let's take a look here. We're scrolling up. We're going to see whose turn it is here. Ah, it's still from Pete. So, yes, very nice job on the horse. This is the original Archaeon model, if I'm not mistaken, with a head swap. So yeah, this is Archaeon with a head swap. Very well done. I like the Chaos Star. I like most of it about it. You know, the brown's nice. The sword's nice. I think that the sword probably, though, is the least best part of this model, and it is a plastic sword, if I'm not mistaken. You've replaced Archaeon's original blade. Why would you do that? Why would you replace his helmet and original blade? Why do you hate the Ever-Chosen of Chaos? What happened? What happened, Pete? What happened? Still, I like it. I dig it, mate. I dig it. So, I, as a Beastman player, immediately have to say this is the model of the stream. I love Beastmen. I've always loved Beastmen. I'm super happy that you did Beastmen. I'm super happy that you have this chariot so well painted, and it is a beautiful painted chariot. I can see here it's mostly dry brush, but that doesn't matter. It's beautiful. It's incredible on the pigs for the skin tone. Incredible skin tone on the actual Beastmen. Well done fur. The actual wood is spectacularly done. So yes, I'm going to give you maximum props for this. Thank you so much for posting this. I love Beastmen, and this is just a big old prop from me regarding that. And then look at this big boy. This is a Forge World model that they don't make anymore. We're being given a real treat here today, boys. Look at this. Look at this. You don't see one of these every day of the week. A land ship. Wow. Not every day of the week, boys. Beautifully built. Beautifully designed by Games Workshop. You've done an incredibly good job painting this, my friend. I absolutely dig this. Beautiful model. I've only ever seen one of these in person, and they didn't do as good of a job as you've done. So, absolutely spectacular. I love this model, and I love what you've done with it. Thank you very much for posting this here today. The timbers, we can already see here, Pete does an incredible job painting his woods, and so he's just applied that over most of this model, and it looks absolutely spectacular. So, it's whack in a great way. I completely agree. And finally, there's not much to say about it. It's a skeleton. Looks good. You know, the right paints have all been applied over top of it. It goes for an orange on the clothing. Very vibrant orange. Kind of uncommon, but that's still very nice. And now we're going to get into Siri Esko, who is currently fighting the good fight with his Custodes. And he has given us an incredible model to look over here. So you guys heard me gush over the greens that he's done before. Well, now look at what he's done with that face. Look what he's done with that face. What an incredible face he has done on this. His greens are beautiful. As you guys know, I think his gold is good, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. But it is still very nice. He's done all the right jobs on the gold. He just goes for a much more metallic gold than I do. I prefer a duller shade of gold, but that's still it's in line with the paint scheme he's going for. That green's incredible, and that face. Look at that face and look at that axe. Look at that face and look at that axe. Even look at the feathers here. What an incredibly well done job. Incredibly well done. Again, he's got the gemstones all painted individually on him too. The leather is a bit plain compared to the rest of the model, but still absolutely just spectacular. Absolutely. Everything about this model is spectacular. Oh, look at that cape. Look at that cape. It's not fair. Now we are going to be getting over to Evangelium, who's going to be giving us another one of his absolutely spectacular shots of glowing Necron tier. And he's even providing us with a video this time in Giphy format. And then we're going on to Mr. Scream. Lots of Necrons to get through today, boys. It's an arduous and tough journey, but we will do it together. Then we've got one post from Philos. Alright. So, farewell, Custodes. So as you can see here, when they're in the pure light, you're always like, oh, I don't know, it's kind of plain looking. It doesn't look bad. It's kind of plain, though. Oh, yeah, you know, not bad, but like that green, it just feels like it's not got any depth to it. Maybe you should add some depth to the green. Oh, my God! So, why did the custom model have a big-ass feather? Because that's a Trajan Valoris model, Coleman. They all have it on Trajan Valoris. Spooky, scary skeletons. Oh, it looks so good. I love this. I really do. This is just so good. Look at this. And it happens every time. Every time I'm like, oh, you know, like you can see he's missing kind of some of the depth. And then you're like, but I glow in the dark! So well done. So well done. Look at that spooky effect, man. Play every game of yours in the dark, man. That's what you gotta do. Every game's gotta be played in the dark. Spooky, scary skeletons doing spooky, scary things. Now we go over to our friend Mr. Scream. The terrifying Mr. Scream. Look at what he does, Mr. Scream. Mr. Scream is a man who would go out of his way to make a terrifying thing such as this. So, look at that. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Beautiful. It is beautiful. I love it. Big tombstalker on there. Beautiful. I love it. Oh, look at this. Just beautiful. So well done. That glow effect. So, on the metal itself, just to go on here, because you guys know I don't just talk nice things all the time. I will say the metal does look like it could use a bit of a highlight somewhere. It's very but you are going for a very messy look, not in a bad way messy. You're going for like that very grimy, worn look like you do your Space Marines, I suspect. I think it lands a bit better with your Space Marines, but these still look really good. So there's no need for me to be super picky about it, but I do think that it lends a bit better to your Marines. It still looks very good on your Necrons, though. And then we're over to Philos. Look at him, brothers. Look at the glory. So he's done gradial highlights. Now check this out. It's darker in there all the way through there. And then he brightens it up all the way up to the visor. You guys see that? That's a gradial highlight. Look at that. Ooh. Same thing up top. Same thing along the sides. Look at that. The gold's a little thick, but we'll forgive it. So this is what I mean when I tell you guys. That's what a gradial highlight will look like. Just slowly going up. It's not about an edge highlighting, it's all soft. Soft is good. Soft is actually more what a real light reflection will look like. There should be some edge highlights, like he's done a bit of edge highlighting just beneath the eyes, because that's where the light is going to catch the most beneath. But as a whole, I'd much prefer. This is how I paint more so than how than otherwise. So I'm a huge fan when I see it in action. And of course, the most popular part of all, the sprue shavings that have become the bricks with which his guys stand upon, I'm actually very much tempted to do this myself for at least some terrain pieces and stuff, because I think it is a beautiful way to do it. I will need to cut. I have many sprues to cut apart, so that works actually quite well for me. So next in line. Look at this, guys. We have got Adeptus Titanitas incoming, as well as Imperial Marine's contribution, as well as Father Nurgle's. Nurgle loves you. Wolf is sharing a bunch of stuff as well today. Oh, yes. It's all very nice. Today is a good day for Krieg. Oh, you guys have been busy bees while I've been up here. Ah, Wabs has posted his Drukari too. I can't wait to get to that. Alright then. Let's get back to it. Come on, guys. Let's get back to it. So, we are looking at some of the only Adeptus Titanicus models that have been posted here on our stream. That is right, my friends. That is right. Some of the only Adeptus Titanicus models that we've seen come on stream are here with us right now. Very well done lenses. A little bit of touch-up work on the red, but the red's still very solid. A little bit of touch-up work there on the black, but the black is still solid. Overall, beautiful base. Beautiful base, well done metals. This, my friends, is a Warhound Titan. It is not a full-sized one, of course. It is a Adeptus Titanicus one. Thank you very much. I still like it. It still looks good. So, Jenkins is our local and only Adeptus Titanicus player. He's the only one in the entirety of the British Isles, but he does great work. He's keeping Games Workshop open for business on the Adeptus Titanicus front. So I want everybody to give him a round of applause. Everybody give him a round of applause. I like them. I think they look very good, Jenkins. No, not Jenkins. Jason. I don't really have a bunch of criticism or anything like that for them. I think you've done a very solid work on the metal. You've done a very solid work on the top of the model. So from the top here, you can see, looks very nice. As I said, it's all just a few small quality issues. Not bad things, but I make these mistakes too. It's going to go in and neaten up a few small areas, and this model will pop. So, just as a quick reminder. Looks very good. Now we're over to the Mercurius Tank. You're the only Titanicus player, Jason. You're the only one. If you're enjoying your time here, by the way, guys, please hit that like button. It does help us in the algorithm. It is a major component as to why I have to bother you guys to do it, I know, but it does help us, and we are trying to grow the channel right now. We are at 1,110 subscribers at the moment. I'm super happy to have had all of you guys here and all of you guys contributing and participating in things like Sunday stream models as well as all of our other streams. So just as a quick note here, I'm such a jackass saying that Jason's the only Adeptus Titanicus player in existence. But, you know, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do, friends? What can I do? So, but no, this is a very great model. I definitely dig this model. It looks very nice. I'm very pleased with it. What can I say about this one? Well, it's all shaded appropriately. It's dry brushed, which is not a bad thing. Dry brushing is a fantastic mechanism to use over armor like this. The treads are painted well. I usually make mine a bit darker, but that's just mine. It's a personal choice. The barrels are a bit streaky, to be fair. It's a bit streaky, and it's a bit of a washover on the end of the gun. But overall, it's still fine. It's just the one thing I can point out that I'm like, eh. But overall, I really dig this model. It looks very good when you've gone through and you've done all the dry brushing. I might recommend doing a bit of wash on the end of the flamethrowers just to make them look a bit darker, because they are going to look darker if there are two flamethrowers in the front there. But yeah, very happy, very much like model, very much look good model, very much looking good. So I like this Imperial Marine. I do. This looks really nice. You've hell of a job, Imperial. Hell of a job. So, I really wanted to go for the drab of the mass-produced look. The bronze isn't shaded yet. Okay, yeah. So, I'm just pointing at, like, because when I'm looking over them, I'm just like, what do I see? What's good? Like, what's good? What's bad? What can be worked on and stuff like that. I don't just be like, hell of a job, hell of a job, Imperial, hell of a job. Just move on to next model. It's just like, wow, Bear, I appreciate your valued input on my miniature. So now we have, oh God. I mean, hey, it's Rudy. No, Rudy, this is a great model. This is very well done. It's very well painted. 1 second, guys. There's some dogs in trouble, I suspect. What? Huh? No. No. Cut that out. No. Shush. Sit. Stay. Sorry about that, guys. Yep. Disgust is the correct reaction to a well-painted Nurgle unit. Yeah, the slime is really good. Like, just oof. Oof. Still, that looks suitably disgusting. It's a suitably disgusting model. And I know, guys, the bark. You could use those Titanicus models as short Imperial Knight models. Really going to drive the mass production. Okay, sorry about that. So, yeah, this is suitably disgusting. Ugh. Alright, so next. I think we've already seen this dwarf on stream before. In fact, I know we have. So, I'm actually going to move on from this one. Because, Wolf, we've seen this one. But I know what we haven't seen. We haven't seen these guys. These look great. I really dig these. Look at the highlights. He's gone all gradual up to the top. Oh, man. I know it's a dry brush, but it's done really well. Yeah, you've shown that one before. It's very familiar. I know it all too well. But look at that. Look at the discoloration. Look at the discoloration he's done on the Urguls, man. I love it. All through the top of the mouth, all through the hands. Oh, hey, it's the skinwalkers that live under my bed. Yeah, dude, these are horrifying, but I love them. You've done a great job on this. These are from, these are a Drakari unit, Coleman, but they were also inside of the Blackstone Fortress box. Jason, we've seen it before. Like, we've done that model a few weeks ago on Sunday Stream Models. It's been looked over on the Stream Models. I recognize it. But still, these are a great new addition. I really dig these, Wolf. I have nothing critical to say about them because they're just well done overall. The teeth are all solid too. You've done a really good job on these. Ah, here they are. The Kriegers. You look at some with the horses. So they have butt holes even. So the Kriegers, the Death Riders of Krieg, they're always great models. These are really well done. The horses with the rear bionic and front bionic legs. I love it. Or partially bionic in different areas. It's like, oh boy. But no, they look great. They have the cod piece, kind of like from Dragon Ball last week. It's a common thing, GW models. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. They really do look good in my last match. Oh, you charged somebody down with your Death Riders? That's awesome. Since Death Corps Krieg is a mix of German and French troops, their accents should sound Luxembourgish. I don't know how that sounds at all. I don't know how that sounds at all, Imperial. Oh, and then you've got the leader of them. Sitting there, well done work on the sword, well done work on the bronze. As you guys know, I'm a sucker for bronze. The bronze looks great on this model. The horse looks great. Well-shaded gas mask. I love it. Well-painted gas mask. These things look very good. I'm very much down. And then, of course, another unit of well-painted Kriegers. With their French painted armor. Or suits. How very dare you, sir. And then, of course, a well-painted abomination. Far more disgusting than any creation of Nurgle that could have been posted like earlier by Rudy. We have the Lehman Russ battle tank in all of its horrifyingly disgusting form. As you can see here, it's decayed. Even they've had to paint over the decay on the vehicle. I felt myself throw up a little bit in my mouth when I saw this, but it's really well painted. It's really well painted. I'm really happy that you guys painted this one up so well. This is actually the same tank. Oh, boo! Boo! Boo this man! Boo! It does look good, though. I do like this model in terms of how you've painted it. I don't like the model itself, though. I'm not going to lie. Ah, now we are over to Urian. Urian! Urian! And we had some other models from Urian that he's taken down since. No, this Corswain. Oh, interesting. Thought we had 2 models from Urian. But Urian has contributed a really well-painted Krieg-specific or Lehman Russ with the trench tool in the back. Yeah, I know, but it's still not great. It's still not great Imperial. Damn! So I like this model for the reason of the axe. Look at that axe. Look at how well he's painted that. It's a very interesting way to do that paint job. I think it looks very good. I very much dig that. So congratulations, that is a hell of an axe head. I'm definitely down to clown. That looks amazing. So very good job. For the rest of it, of course, you know, the armor is pretty standard. The cloak seems to be done well. Like the shield, like the bronze. I think the face is a bit... could use a bit of a highlight, but overall, I like this model. And the base is a bit dark for what it's supposed to be, but it's still fine. It looks good. I dig it, man. I dig it. Now we are over to Corswain. Are these supposed to be Dark Angels? Oh. He's attempting to sell them, I think. I like the OSL effect there. It's a bit of a messy paint job overall, I'm not going to lie, but I do think you actually did quite a good job with the blue on them. With the blue parts, you actually did quite a good effect for that across all the models you applied it on. They're missing parts, Corswain! Ah, yes. I have one of these unassembled still. Beautiful model. Beautiful. So... let's go over to Dan Mojo. Now, I'm not going to have much to talk about on these models because they're not painted. But we can look over them all the same. I don't mind looking over them. I want to look over them. I want to. I want to look over them. I want to look at them. Using both me eyes. Both me eyes and me head. So. Primed up, but it's a apothecary. We've all seen the model before. It's a beautiful model. I love that model. Oh, someone is working on a repulsor. It looks like a regular repulsor. Yeah, it's an executioner, maybe? I think it's a regular repulsor. And he's got an Invictor. Boo this man. Boo this man with that disgusting Invictor warsuit. How dare you, Dan? How dare you show up here with an Invictor warsuit and expect not to be just absolutely, you know, making me livid. Disgusting. I don't like the Invictor, but I do think that this is you've done a really clean and excellent way to set up your builds. I dig it. And he's got an Iwata. Ah, good on ya. Again, yeah, it's all clean. It's all set up. No complaints here, man. Looking good. And now we're back over to our friend Urian, who's made more of his Space Wolves. I love that axe. And again, this guy actually looks a bit better because his foot's forward and we're able to see more of the armor. Well done on the cloak. Well done on the armor panel. It's Urian. The flash on the camera made it look a lot darker than it was to give it. Oh, fair enough. I'm like, oh god. Oh god, Urian. What have you done? But no, I do like these. These look really nice. Are they your own homebrew Space Wolves? Or are they a special detachment of some sort? I'm guessing they're your own homebrew wolves, is what I'm guessing. Oh yeah, dude. I love your axes, man. Those are really nice. Ah, okay. I get you, Yuri. So now we have some orcs from Axe. He's actually got a better painted Ghazghkull than before. The bases are pretty basic, but that's fine. I like the red on there, but I think it's a bit thick. But overall, I remember having this one. I love that old Death Dread. I still have him. I still have one. Oh, checkers, a man of true talent doing the checkers. This could benefit a bit from a red dry brush somewhere to kind of make the red pop. But I really love the dirty look you've got of all the metal on here too. That's a good job, dude. And the good little targeting icon there. The base is, this is the Dreadnought base, or the Wraithlord base, I'm pretty sure. But still, I like it. A Necron Blood Angel. Boo this man. And then we've got a Custode. So the Custode, it's a bit thick, Axe. It's a bit thick. I mean, you've got the right color coordination, and I love the base you've put them on. It's a beautiful base. You've done the lightning through here, but I do think you can see it is a bit chonky on that paint, my friend. You've saturated him in paint like butter. It's the same one, better lighting. He's still chonky. He's still chonky with that paint, but I can definitely see the work you've put in. A lot of this stuff does pop quite well. But on some of these parts, you can see the chonk, my friend. You can see the chonk. Ah, Keith Moore. Keith Moore, you say. So, let us take a look here at Keith Moore's. So, Keith does Solar Watch, one of my favorite Custodes paint schemes. So we're going to start with the white really does come through on this. The metal underneath is done quite well, and the metal in the hands is done quite well. The barrels themselves are done quite well. However, once we kind of hit the upper body here, this does get a bit thick. Even the red seems to be a bit thick. I don't know what color you undercoated this guy, Keith, if I dare ask, because I think you might be using too dark of an undercoat, because like these paints are thick, dog. And that's not a bad thing necessarily. Like, you know, like the rest, as I mentioned the other day, I do like some of your other guys, like especially for your ground troopers. I think you came through really well with some of them, but this guy seems like he's thick, and not like the good type of thick where you're like, isn't she a beautiful lady thick, but like thick like me. Thick like my belly. Overall, I much more appreciate the lower end of this model, to be honest. And I do appreciate all the metal work that you put in. I like the hands. The hands are definitely good. The actuator's good. But yeah, once you kind of hit the really upper parts of this, there's a lot of thick paint on here, my friend. Oh, it's a Wraithbone spray. Wow, really? How did it get on there so thick? Because it's thick, man. Like, you can, like, unless there's something going, like, did you apply anything over top of it or anything? I've just got to know, just because, like, it looks a lot better on the legs. Video on how to combat thick paints, on how to thin your paints when you're in the right consistency, and a tool to thin your paints. Thin your paints. Thin your pants! Thin your pants! Because, yeah, that's the one thing I would say about this. I don't normally paint my vehicles ever with a regular brush. I do it all by airbrush, so I also would not be able to actually contribute to that conversation very much, Wolf. It's been a long time since I painted a video. Memo, you missed the part where we talked about your models. They look very nice. Thank you for contributing them earlier today. So Keith, as I said, the parts I like about this model, because there is a lot to like. You really did I really like what you did with the legs. So the lower half looks very nice. The middle section and the metals look very nice. The golden parts on the lower part look very nice. And yeah, just as soon as you start climbing upwards, it just it doesn't feel in line even with the bottom part, if I dare say so myself. So like, yeah, like I don't know what it is, but something thickened this guy, my friend. Something added that chunk to this model. Do you thin your paints when you apply them, if I dare ask, Keith? Or are you just applying them straight out of the pot? I've got to ask because I got to know, right? Like, because I would love to be able to help you, improve your models. As I said, though, your regular infantry are better looking than the Dreadnought, for the record. So, and I also really like your bases. It's just more, I want to see what I can do to help out, see what I can do to try to help you. Ah, okay. Yeah, because, yeah, like, it's the lower half does look a lot better. It's a lot less thick. It's a lot smoother. And again, like, the metals on both look good. But, yeah, the upper half, I'm just like, what happened? Because it does, like, the lower half, I have a lot more positive to say about what's going on, below the belt. Above the belt, it's sort of like my face. I have a face for radio. I have a voice for literature and a face for radio. So, this is basically me. You know what? I'm very grateful, Keith, that you've made a model of me to put on the table. I can't thank you enough. I didn't realize you were such a big fan. But no, all joking aside, it is still a decent model. But something's gone wrong in the top end. You got to thin your paints, man. You got to thin them. Got to thin them. So, these are some shots, I suspect, from the recent Apocalypse game that Chapter Master Valrak hosted. You can see the carnage that is being reaped as brother fights brother. Imperials fight Imperials allied with Tau. Tau, of all people. Disgusting. It's the Canadian Dreadnought. So, you can see here, it's all very big and played out. These are some of Garradon's. So the Imperial Fists were on one side, it looks like, going to do battle. And now we get more of the shots of the Praetorian Guard, I suspect, who are all belonging to our friend Thomas. Thomas has applied his models beautifully. Still got a bit of painting to do on them, but his infantry look very solid. Going to get a bit more of a picture of them here, because I would really rather show his stuff off than everybody else's, of course. But yeah, we're seeing his stuff here on display. Marching forward to glory in the name of Praetoria and the Imperium of Man. It's not quite as close in of a shot on them, just because I can't get a close-in shot on them. I can say I do think you need a bit of shading on the guys, but overall I like the paint scheme. I love Praetorians. And I like what you've done with your vehicles. I like it. But as I said, I think these guys still need a bit of work done on them, it looks like. Duke Cowl is next in line. Followed up by Funny 534. More base work. Thomas, no idea what shading. Well, shading is basically where you use a wash to try to get into the crevices to try to give a fuller 3D dimension of the model, if that makes sense. Yeah, Blood Angel's red contrast just in the edges. Oh yeah, like Memo just mentioned there. Yeah, like there's a bunch of options for it though. There is a bunch of options. You have the power. You have the touch. You have the power. All right, guys. I think we're approaching near the end of our list of guys here. Once we get through all of these. And what a stream it has been. So first things first, we have another Chaplain. This one from Duke Cowl. Just because of Duke Cowl. Look at that. Beautifully shaded Crozius. Combi bolter for his hand. Nice and clean. I think he mentions edge highlights, lenses, and purity seals still to do. So all of the things I was going to mention is it looks like you have your edge and your lenses and whatnot. That all still needs to be done. I like the base. But yeah, you've made great progress so far, dude. The gold looks really nice. The cape looks very good. It is a bit messy in some of these crevice areas, but I think you'll be able to clean that up. That looks very nice, and I would recommend doing some shading in this area too to add in that recess wash / pin wash. Then we have our friend Funny. Look at him, look upon him and know him. The base is really well done on this. And for the body, again, the pigment seems a bit spread out on this guy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know which chapter you're trying to paint. Oh, it's a Grey Knight. It's Grey Knight. Okay. Yeah, you'll still want to wash this. I think it hasn't been washed yet. So you'll still want to get a wash in there to tone some of this area down, but overall, I think you're doing a good job so far. You even got him and painted the interior of his mouth, mate. That's nice. Yeah, I think that you need to get in and get some washes in here. But overall, I do think that you're doing a good job, mate. You're doing a good job. And I really love the base. I really love the base. It's really well done. Whale, whale, whale. This is Halo Zorro and his Trajan Valoris. He's on a snow base. Either that or there is an abundance of cocaine on that base. So, stretch here. Oh, God. So, we've got the golds. We've got the reds. We've got the whites. The white is a bit dirty, but that's still okay. A little bit of touch-up work in there. Overall, I really like the red. The gold is good. It's a bit more messy up here. The colors kind of blended together in a certain way, but that's not necessarily out of control. He's got the staple there. He's got that there. The only thing I would really say that truly you might want to revisit is the feathers. It's a little bit out of control on the feathers. It's very old. Hey, you know what, man? You did a good job from out the gate, though. This is not bad if it's one of your early models, and I've seen your newer stuff, which is very nice. But still, it's still nice. It's still good overall, my friend. Yeah, just a few things you could touch up on, and it would actually make it pop a bit more. And yeah, very nice, man. Dreadnoughticus Maximus from Duke Cowl. Look at it, Duke. Look upon him and know him in his glory. So, I like it. I dig it. It is a smaller Dreadnought box. It's an old school Venerable, I'm pretty sure. The limitations of what you can do with this model is definitely contributes a little bit to it. But I love what you did with the church through light. So you shade upwards. See, there's that gradial highlight. Starts at the dark, becomes bright at the top. He's done some edge highlightings on the underpieces here. Different highlights on all the different areas and panels to try to make it pop. And then you, of course, can see the transfer and everything like that down there. A little bit messy in the grain, but overall, I dig it. You get a better shot of the flag up here. He's shaded the flag pretty well, too. And he's done all his highlights. And now we're over to Halo Zorro's next... You have 2 Trajan Valorises? Why so many? Do you love Trajan Valoris? Is he a man after your heart? Do you believe at every passing moment Trajan Valoris is staring at you, Halo Zorro? He licks the air. He looks at you and he says, "Look at me, I am Trajan Valoris." I like the ice base again. You know, you've got the skulls on the base. It looks very good. Very nice work on the boots. It is a sick model. I love Trajan Valoris. I love the arm where he's pushing his cape back like he's just getting ready. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Captain General. Silver was the first model. Red was a few months later. They were both old. Yeah, it's all right, man. It still looks good. See, this is the thing. For a new model, you can actually see all the techniques that you've expanded on since then. So yeah, man. I dig it. Oh, yeah. Now then, Argo, a Chaos Space Marine, and a Sister of Battle, the old Saint Celestine, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit of a thick paint on the cross there, but still very nice, very nice. I hate cherubs, though. And now we're over to Wabs. This is a model from RTLW. I love this model. I think they've done a spectacular job on it. I wish I could justify getting one right now, but I just can't. But it does look very, very nice. I like this model. I do think the skin cape looks a bit streaky, but overall that's fine. The rest of the model looks very, very nice. All the highlights, you can see it on every level. He's standing on top of looks like a pile of sandstone on top of a barren wasteland with several skulls. I like the pistol. The face, I think it's hard to see where the shades are. I think that's part of where the shot comes in. But yeah, it looks good, man. It looks good. I like the bowl. I love this model. It's Argo! Approaching near the end with Argo's models. Again, he does this Pascal of madness for his Emperor's Children. And you can see all of how he highlights up and how the colors all blend together. It's really well done. I really dig how he does this. Look at all these bikers. Want to highlight them for painting contest? What would you do? Oh man, I mean, like, again, it's more... You've already highlighted them. You can see the highlights. What do you mean, what would I do? You've already done them. Look at that. That's from the old school Defiler kit, which he's put on the front there. Look at that madness. I love it. These are really well done. These are some of the most creative Slanesh models that have come out in a while. And then finally, the Wolfram that he intends to show us next week. I can't comment on it. But apparently, we are going to get Urian, and we're going to do... Oh, wow, we got 2 people contributing at the very end here. So, I am going to... I'm going to do these last models. So this is it for this week. This is it for this week after these models come through, boys. Hamish and Marcus are going to be the last models. You're the last in line. You're the last ones. We'll do Miles as well because he's only got 1 in here. So Miles, you're getting your 1 model shown off because you got 1 in here. We'll look at that one too. These are the last though, boys. Last ones. Any contributions from this point forward will be for next week. Yep, you got in just at the very end there. Everything after this one is for next week, guys. So, you've been dry brushing, haven't you? Yes, you have. Look at that. Yes, you have. That looks very nice. It definitely helps that armor pop, doesn't it? It definitely helps that armor pop, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Hamish? So you can compare that to what we had before. They're both good, but this is definitely a big advancement. Definitely an advancement over what you were putting up before. They're, like this is it. This is going from like, C grade to B grade, and then one day you'll surpass me and you'll take it all the way up to A grade. But yeah, this is really nice. Very nice. I love the highlights along the gun too. Definitely a big step forward. Yep. Like this model pops like crazy compared to before. Look at all that, guys. No, it's all good, man. Look at that. Look at what he's put together comparatively. If any of you guys here were here last week, you saw that it was just some basic contrast. This is the power of taking something that is a contrast wash and just going and taking it to that next level up. Contrast isn't a be-all, end-all solution. It's the beginning of your path towards making your model into something that you can be much more proud of and appreciate. That requires just that little bit of extra work. Look at that hand. Look at that. Look at that. Very well done. Very well done indeed. And of course, bronze, as everybody knows, I love me a good bronze, and that bronze looks very nice. Yep. More close-up shots, but still very nice. I'm hearing the dogs out there. So another reason why I'll have to end the stream at this time is I've got the dogs who need to be managed at least a little bit before I come back on and stream some Cyberpunk later. We're only going to... Don't worry, the Cyberpunk thing's not going to be normal just until I beat the game, and then... I have to feel like I'm at least doing something. I never can feel like I can justify just sitting down and playing a game, it would seem, anymore. So we will be streaming Warhammer Total War 3 when it comes out, but I'm not traditionally much of a video game streamer. Most of this channel is videos pertaining to Warhammer 40,000 and videos about models and Games Workshop and streams about models and whatnot. But I haven't been doing morning streams and I haven't been putting secondary videos up, so we might as well do Cyberpunk video. Hoping to have to finish up properly next week. Oh yeah, man. You should feel brave. These are much advanced from what you were doing before, dude. Look at that. And now, Marcus. Dan Mojo, I do not believe there is going to be a Dawn of War 4. I think that franchise is dead. So, Marcus, you've got red, you've got black. Don't see an overabundance of highlights. I do like your eyes. Doing good eyes. It is pretty well established in between, though, in terms of you don't have the same bleed over you had last time. For the most part, your colors are staying in their lane, so that is an advancement, which is good. There's a little bit of cleanup work there, but that's fine. I think the next step I would do is I would paint the undersuit to differentiate the undersuit from the black, and you can always do that by actually taking some gray here. Just doing it over like the interior lines and then washing it, then hitting it with a contrast of your choice, either like a gray or a black, and that will make it pop compared to the interior. But still, this is definitely an advancement over before, and you are cleaning up your colors. I know, I'm letting you know that this is better than before, Marcus. You're making advancements. Advancements are good. Advancements are good. They're not bad. I like what you're doing, man. You're doing a better job. It is better than last time. You can see it here. I'm talking about it right now. A little bit of cleanup in some of these areas. Just a little. But that's fine. Yeah. You're making advancements, my friend. You're making advancements. I like it. Oh, nice on the backpack. I always love me a well done Aquila. No bleed over, nice and big, looks very nice. And now we're over to the work in progress from Miles. Smile with Miles, everyone. Smile with Miles, because this is actually really nice. I've said it before, of course. He does have a bit more of a grayish color than a true black on it, which I think I've mentioned before, or I might have mentioned that to him in Discord before. Overall, though, you can see the purple's very nice that he's put on the shoulder. The robe in the middle is being advanced. The belt looks very nice. You can see he's actually increased the highlighting on the hand, so the hand looks more detailed, and you can see through the two different shades of gray there on the arm as well. He's making advancements there. Look at the fingers on the right hand as well. The scrolls, the red scrolls that it has, look very nice. But it is a work in progress, so I can't make full comment on it yet. But I do definitely think you can see the advancements he's been making on this model since he first got it started on it. And the sword itself, you can see the highlights going up the blade. Yeah, he could make an Abaddon black glaze. Absolutely. And he could darken things down in certain areas. Only 48 shades of gray left to go. Oh boy. All right, boys. So if you enjoyed the stream today, please consider leaving a like. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I know that we have some people who are still here for quite a while, but I will drop one more invite link to our Discord channel, just in case you haven't joined us yet. This is where we do all of our posting for things like Sunday stream models. This is where we have channel announcements. This is where we talk about stuff. We have a general chat. We just put up an artwork thread. So yes, there is now an artwork thread, but it will mean the death of the lore chat. Most people were chatting lore in the Warhammer chat anyway, so we are going to merge the Warhammer chat and the lore chat into a single chat, because I want to keep the number of rooms a certain size, so we have opted to make some changes. Warhammer and Lorehammer are going to merge together into one, so just letting you know. Great stream again, and great models, everyone, this week. I agree. And remember, guys, all of your submissions from here forward will be looked at next Sunday. We do stream models every single week. In my opinion, it is the best thing that we do on this channel. I hype it up every week because I love doing this. I love being able to look over everything that you guys are doing, and we can just sit down, we can relax, and we can all enjoy this hobby together. Other than that, of course, share this channel, by the way, guys. We are trying to grow right now. If we hit 1,400 subs by the end of this month, we will have a 12-hour stream next month. I promise. I promise we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. We're going to try to make it happen. Can you show my one pick? I posted it seconds after the deadline. All right. So we've got the one pick up here, which is Wurzdaka, which he has built out of a few pieces that he's put together. Mixture of green stuff and extra stuff. So this is going to be his Wurzdaka. I think he built it out of the what's its name? The tri-bike for the Death Killer War Trike. You can even see at the end the stream is cut off. For anyone who was there, they know that I went off and I talked to Takamura at the end of that stream. So yes, this is the cutoff. And again, we've been going for 2 hours today. Normally, stream hours is a bit longer, but we were down in submissions compared to the last 2 weeks. I think people have been busy. I myself have been busy. I think I've gotten one model done in 2 weeks, which is usually one model a week. So even I'm running a bit behind. Just because it is Sunday, I will let you guys know what we can look forward to. I might have something for you if I hadn't spent the weekend playing Cyberpunk. Yeah, dude. See? But what I'm going to be doing, guys, is over this coming week, we will have out the Warhammer Plus video. I can't promise that I'll have another video for this week. I don't quite know what ideas I want to run with for the next video I do. So I'm just letting you know that in advance. And yeah, everything is going to be very, very good. We're going to have a good week coming up. There will be streams every single day this week as per usual. And I look forward to seeing you guys all then. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys next time. And you guys all have yourselves a great day.